Hey guys, welcome back to Pinterest in 10 minutes a day, where you are going to learn how to save time on social media and grow your reach with Pinterest in just 10 minutes every day without having to do the whole lots of engagement thing and using Pinterest marketing. Okay. I'm your host, Sharice Merrill. I'm a mom of five. I have two businesses and I am here to help you save time and understand Pinterest better. Let's get started. So this is a video post audio that I probably should have done a little while ago, but I'm going to cover the basics of pin terminology. We are going to do a few different parts of this because there is a lot of Pinterest terminology. For those of you who are listening, I recommend listening with your Pinterest app or open so you can see it. I will try to screen share this a little bit with you guys to figure out how to do it so that I can have everything lined up and see what I'm doing. Okay. So the first thing we are going to start is, what is a pin? So your pin is like a post. So when people talk about a Facebook post, an Instagram post, a Twitter tweet, or a Twitter post, that is the same thing of what a pin is. A pin on Pinterest is pretty much a post on Pinterest. We just use the word pin. Okay. And I have it under here because I don't want to forget anything. So what it is typically it is a clickable image. So a pin is an image. You think about Google and you search something and you have a link, right? And you click on the link. You go to YouTube and you search something and it pops up videos and you click on the video. With Pinterest, you search on Pinterest and it pops up a whole bunch of images, sometimes videos. I don't want to get too technical here. It pops up images that you can click on and it will take you somewhere to learn about what it says on that pin. Okay. So there are 3 to 4 parts of a pin. I'm going to screen share with you for those who are watching this. Oh no, there it is. Okay. So this, as you scroll through, I'm going to go through the home feed. You can see how these are all pins. They are various sizes. Some are super old. You can tell by the size of them, but these are pins. They're an image. They have a text with them. Okay, so now to dig into it, when you click on the pin, you're going to dig into a few more things. The first part of a pin right here is your image. It is always best to have text overlay on that image. Typically, just scrolling through and seeing a whole bunch of images, people will get those ideas, people will pin those ideas, but if you're a business owner looking to make money on Pinterest, you need to have some type of text to get them to click so that you can actually turn them into a lead, get them on your opt-in page, get them to read your blog post, and ultimately turn them into a client, okay? So the first part of your pin is going to be an image. They do have video pins, which I'll dig into on different types of pins, but it's going to be some type of a visual image, okay? The second part of your pin is going to be a title. So this pin that I have showed up. The title on the pin says 12 places to buy non-organic heirloom and organic garden seeds. Super long, wordy, okay? That's on the image. But the actual title to the pin is just 12 places to buy garden seeds. So when you open up and when you create a pin, you need to have a title for it. It doesn't have to be the exact same as the text on your image, but it does need to be a title, preferably keyword specific, something that your ideal clients are going to look for. The second part of a pin, which in this example actually doesn't have it, is a description. And so when you click on a pin, typically there is going to be a description. Apparently it's not showing the description in any of these. Let's see, here we go. And it's going to be, it can be up to 500 characters, but it's going to be usually 1 to 3 sentences with some keywords underneath it. That's going to describe what they're going to find. So right here that I just opened up says emergency preparedness plan is the pin title. And the description is, if I talk about emergency preparedness, how prepared are you? Is a logical question. I've asked a few people how they feel about preparedness, and it goes on and it goes into the blog post. So the description is going to describe basically what they're going to get when they click on that image, okay? And that leads us to the fourth part of a pin, which is actually a link. So typically you want that link. It's going to link up to something of yours, whether it's your homepage, a video, like it could be your YouTube video from YouTube, your blog post, your product. You want that link to that pin to link up to something. Years ago with Pinterest, there were a ton of images everywhere that people would save, but it wouldn't link up to anything. So there'd be this great pin that says 5 outfits for your newborn baby, and you'd go click on it and it would just zoom up on the picture and not actually have you go anywhere. A lot of people over the years have gotten better, but those pins are still on Pinterest. So you want to make sure when you create a pin, you're actually linking it to something, and that's something being the most relevant to your pin image, your title, and your description. Okay, so basically an image from your blog post, from your video, something like that from your product page that works with it. So those are the 4 parts of a pin. And now we are going to dig into types of pins. Now, I'm not going to quite give you an example of all of these because some of them I don't have an example for because you can't quite tell. And the first type of pin is called rich pins. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you on rich pins. I don't even know if they fully are still there or not. I know I uploaded rich pins on both of my websites at least 3 years ago. And when I go to do the validator, it doesn't work. And I'm still waiting to hear back from Pinterest with that. And ideally, what rich pins were they could be a rich pin for either a recipe, a store product, or a blog post. And if somebody were to pin your pin from your website, it would bring in that information from the pin. It would bring in the recipe title, it would bring in the ingredients list, or your sales product and the price, the blog post, and the stuff, the text or thing that you have in the blog post. So I still see that come up with some of my blog posts, but not all of them. So that's what a rich pin are. If you do a lot of research on learning how to use Pinterest, you're going to see rich pins come up. And honestly, all of the ways that I've tried to upload a rich pin, they're all there, but it's still saying they're not there. So I'm still waiting to hear back from Pinterest on whether these things are still there or not. Okay. The next type of pin is a standard pin. So that is where you're going to see a basic pin image, and then you're going to have it link up to something. Okay. So it's an image, link up to something. And then you have a video pin. And video pins are a video. So you're uploading a video, and when they click on it, it links up ideally to that video, right? So you're uploading a little snippet of a video. They don't have very long time frames. It kind of varies. And that's what a video pin is. And then you have promoted pins. Now, promoted pins are your ads. They are paid ads. So under the pin, it will say promoted by, and you can see who is actually paying to have that pin in your feed. So promoted pins, another word, is just paid ads, paid pins that you're going to find in your feed that people are paying to be in your feed with those. The next type of pins, they are not as popular as they used to be. I don't see new ones very often, but I'm still going to put this out to because you still have an option. And they are called carousel pins. So a carousel pin could either be a standard pin, which has one image, and you ultimately can put 3 images on there, and they're going to swipe through 1, 2, 3 and see those images. So this is really good. Like if you were to do a recipe, you'd have an image with the recipe, and then maybe the second image was all the ingredients, and then maybe the third image was somebody eating it or something like that. People did it with products. They found a lot of people weren't swiping through them, but the option is still there to make the carousel pins. They still fall under the line of a standard pin or a video pin where you can click on that to link, and it will be taken to the URL that you put on it. And the last type of pin is the newest type of pin, previously called story pins. It's been called idea pins for a while now. And this, at the point of this recording, does not link to anything. It's never linked to anything, but Pinterest did promise late 2022 that in 2023, they were going to get links to idea pins. So I'm not sure when that's going to happen. But idea pins are, if you've been on Facebook and you see Facebook stories, if you've been on Instagram and you see Instagram Reels, this is Pinterest's version of it. So you can either have static images or static video clips, and you can create a slideshow of up to 20 images that a user is able to click, and it goes through the different pages. So you can do a combination of videos and static images. You can do all videos, all images, but they're able to get the whole idea of the topic on the idea pin, and it does not link. So your standard video, carousel, promoted pins, all of those, you have them hinting at what they're going to learn. They actually need to click and leave Pinterest to get that content. An idea pin is that they are swiping through on that pin and getting the content on that pin, not going to your website because there's no link right there. Okay. So that is the basics of what is a pin, the dynamics of a pin, and the types of pins. As you know me, I always like to leave you guys with an action step, okay? And what I want you to do for this action step is I want you to find your most popular blog post, your most popular product page, your most popular video or podcast, whatever platform, whatever way you add value or content. Find your most popular one, and I want you to create 3 pins for that. It can be standard, it can be video, it can be idea, it can be different types of pins, it can be 3 of the same type of pin, but I want you to create 3 pins, making sure you have the image with an overlay, making sure you have a title that has keywords, your description that has keywords, and a link to it if it's not an idea pin. And I want you to pin those 1 day at a time. So 3 pins, 3 different days, and upload those to Pinterest. I would love it if you created the pin and you tag me in it, or you head on over to my free Facebook group, Women on Pinterest, and post it there so I can take a look at it. And I want to see these pins that you are creating to content that's already working so well for you. Okay, that's it for now. Next week, we are going to dig into your Pinterest profile, the whole overview and all the terminology of that. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I will chat with you guys later.